Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 8th June 2025, 9 June 25. Hi. Now the button I want to press. Today we're going to be having a new update. Well, not new update, but new season on the tower. So I'm going to be doing a short to check it out. I hope you guys are good. Got more mission to buy the card, which you can either go with it or not. It's a season. Is a mission we're getting every single time. Weird thing happened today with the tower. As you can see, we are playing. Oh, hi. One, the two, and we got the tree. So let's check out the check it out. Weird thing happened. They asked me to log in. I don't know why. Koi Pond. Koi Pond is an event that I didn't do. The frog, we didn't do it. The Koi Pond, we didn't do it, which is great. As you can see, there's no relic beneath, so this is a brand new one. Otherwise, it would be the patch relic. So let's check out the free missions. We got a dock, ultimate damage by 2%, which is great. Damage per meter 5%, which is going to be beneficial to both crown, but mostly sword. Sword needed right now. Sword is the weakest of the three playthrough. We're doing crown, shield, and sword. Free defense upgrade for shield, which is great. We got the grass. And lastly, we got the lilies. Recovery amount by 5%, which is absolutely phenomenal. Bosses, workshop, and the rest is pretty normal. So yeah, we liking the event so far. And that is pretty much it. You can see we're doing super good. You can see I'm not gonna be doing it. Oh la 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 la. I gotta go. Shit. You broke again, motherfucker. Street recorder. Okay, good. Let's play the tower. Let's play the tower. Let's see if people wrote something. Before I need to film the nature corn. But they possibly didn't talk that much. I'm gonna be playing a lot of the tower today. I'm warning you guys. Okay. Oh, they wrote a lot. I use Grok exclusively. Oh, hell, Grok. Does HP and that did basically nothing, just sat and sun, swim in the ocean now. Finland, and there's not even crazy difference. Doesn't matter how much you did as long as you enjoyed. House Finland looks beautiful in the movies. You here get I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I ended the recording for the event and I didn't check it out. Super simple. I'm just gonna be rereading. We got loading those that because people were using ChatGPT, I'm using Grok. So I was saying what is better. We said okay, well Grok is better. We have Batch who came back from France and he now is in Finland. And he was talking about how he didn't do a lot, just basking in the sun, which is all good as long as he has fun. Where are you? Finland, my neighbor. Ooh. Where were you? Finland, my neighbors. See, this Lapland wasn't appearing. So we just did the event. which I'm gonna redo because I didn't show you. It is the koi pond, which is the new one. I love the background. Frog and the koi pond looks really cool. I would love the fish, but I don't know why they didn't do it. It's okay. Duck is ultimate damage. Wind is damage per meter. Grass is free defense upgrade, and lilies are recovery amount. So some of them are for the free ones are for shield, crown, and sword, and the paid one are for crown and shield. Luckily, I should have recording, so we're good. Don't blink, it's you blink. Welcome back to the show. Gonna think welcome to having a wonderful day on this. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh, you miss it. The kitty is behind us. He's super cute. We're super lucky because about an hour ago I did a TikTok live. It was super cloudy. And the cloud is gonna go. But the sad thing is, it's gonna come back because tomorrow morning it's gonna be raining. Might be doing some night stroll tonight. Who knows? Look at the kitty. Kitty. Possibly a kitten. So not a super nice sunset. This is better than what we had before. Okay, good. I'm falling in love back with the tower. The fact that the guild is working is super nice. Super nice. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to our show. You guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. Oh, what did I do? On this 9th June 2025. Today is a beautiful day because it was raining and now it's sunny. As you know, we have the nature corn tower. So let's do a little bit of an intro. Even though the sun is setting, we just did a TikTok live. We just did a cleanup and a storage. I had a lot of videos that was taking a lot of space, so I was able to post that. By the way, this is the 9th June 2025. Please understand, we had our upgrade for the Wi-Fi. It is working wonder. It is insane how fast it is. It's so complex. Even though I'm filming a lot, I feel like half of it would have been good. So we used to be at 20, now we're at 50. I feel like 40 this would have been perfect, but you know what? It's still really good. It's cold outside, so I might be running a cold. Like I said, we woke up, uploaded some videos, woke up, did a stream. Now, what I'm gonna try to do is gonna be super fun. Right now, it is 8:15 p.m. So the plan is to be making some videos until 9:30 p.m. Right, season 1 of Kenny vs. Penny is done, which was the biggest thing that I had to do. I got a couple of videos in mind today. Some of the answer to some of the reset event, and yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna get these 9:30. I got my TikTok battles. I'm gonna be able to watch. Oh, tonight is not a good show. Tonight is it's not a good show. Tonight we're gonna be starting our Elden Ring playthrough. I know I was supposed to do it yesterday. The problem with yesterday is it was my first. Okay, so it's complex. My problem with yesterday was they switched the Wi-Fi at 10 instead of midnight, and it took some time to come back. So at 11, and I was like, well, even if I play Elden Ring, I'm gonna be playing for 3 hours versus 5. Let's just play for tomorrow. Tonight we're gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be playing Fortnite. Tonight I'm just gonna be focusing on Elden Ring, and that is pretty much it. So the goal would be to make videos. Then I'm gonna sleep a little bit. I'm gonna try to wake up at 5 to see the sunrise. We'll make some videos, then I'll go back to sleep. And it's good. I'm having a lot of fun with the schedule lately, so it's all Gucci in the hood. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. We're doing really well. I'm feeling motivated, and that's the most important part, right? Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to your show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 9 June 2025. You see how dumb you are? Again, you made a mistake. Again, you didn't film. Sometimes, dude. Sometimes I'm wondering what's in my brain. We lost 5 minutes to the content, which is not a big deal. It isn't a big deal. Out of a 1,000-hour playthrough, and we're playing the tower, of course. This video is kind of special. This video is actually a response to a video that I did today. So in the video that I did today, and what was phenomenal about the video that I did today was I was talking about how things were pointless. So for example, you have an ID, and the same night or the next day, your ID is completely obsolete. This morning I was talking about how weird it feels because I was feeling very motivated, but I didn't have any ideas for content, right? And see, in a way, I was. It's actually thanks to somebody called Monsieur Justin on TikTok. We were talking today, and he's a musician and he was making music and he doesn't release his music. He wants to work on himself. I was like, okay, well that's pretty interesting. And then it made me think, and I had a realization. This morning I was being a bit worried because I was like, you know what? I'm motivated. I've been in a depression for a couple of months. Now I'm feeling way better, and because I'm feeling way better, I'm in this mindset of making more content. However, since we're less inspired, the content we do is most of the time it's recap, right? And I don't know how I felt about that because recap aren't my favorite thing to do. The hairs are crazy. I'm just gonna get the hat. Be right back. See, no, you know what? Fuck it. Be confident. Be confident. It's a shame we missed some content on the tower. It's not a big content, but it's not bad either. It's just it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so like I was saying, recaps are my favorite thing to do. I rather create, right? I like to do react because it's my vision. But at the same time, it does affect me. And then, for example, I'm seeing the way other people do, and I'm like, okay, well, I could do that way. And they kind of, I like to see myself as. It's gonna sound so stupid, but I like to see myself as a horse with binder. And you're looking forward, and you're just moving forward, right? And then I have friends, for example, Janice. Janice was a bit more. I would say he's a bit more informed, a bit more out there, and understanding what's going on, the way people do things. He has some great idea. And I'm like, okay, well, this is good. But when I react to people, the way I'm seeing it. So, for example, today I was watching this guy, and I'm gonna sound so much vengeful, so vendetta-ish, but I was watching this guy called West Ghost, and I really like his music. West Ghost is super talented. So, if you're looking for a new musician to listen to, West Ghost, WHESGHOST, and I was doing a song, right? And he's an artist that I discovered at his beginning, and I follow him. And we did a couple of reaction, and he copyrighted all of the videos. And at first, I'm like, fuck, what's the matter, dude? But at the same time, like, you know what? This is your music, this is your choice. I don't agree with it, but it's your choice. And then it's like, I don't understand how I'm so underrated. And in my mind, I was like, allow people to react to you, right? But at the same time, it's the same content. If your music is great, you don't need to people to react to you. It just speaks for itself. So I was in a weird position, right? And then I had Justin who told me I'm making music, and I'm not gonna release it. I'm saying this morning I feel kind of nervous because I'm motivated to make content, but I don't know what to make. And also the truth is I got pages and pages and pages and pages of notes of ID. The problem is we waited too long, and those IDs, for example, right? I had this ID for videos. I take a note, but since I don't do it, I don't have the same concept. My perception evolved, and I'm seeing the note. I'm like, what was I trying to say? You know? And then it hit me tonight, and the answer is this morning we made a video about a care system. This is the care system in effect. The answer is fuck all of that. It doesn't matter at all. See, it doesn't matter what you feel like making. It doesn't matter what you. If you feel like stream. If you feel like making videos, my problem is I don't wanna stop anything. So for example, yes, I want to stream more, but at the same time, I do want to make videos often, right? And then the weirdest part is I'm doing for example, I'm doing 3 hours of videos per day, I can't stop making videos from Monday to Tuesday, right? But then the content itself should be talking to itself. That didn't make any sense, but trust me, it does. So, per example, right? Today I'm making more reaction. Do I like making reaction? No. Is it still good content in my opinion? It's my content, so it's kind of cool. And at the same time, I'm going to be looking backward. I'm like, okay, well, there's some diversity on the channel, right? Which is important. But ultimately speaking, and the tower also was one of the guiding mechanics of this video, of this present video. And the tower, the way it works is it's a game that I've been playing for years. And even if I don't feel like playing it, because there's times when I don't feel like playing it, I still played it, right? Now, was it the right thing to do? Time will tell. Was I supposed to do some other stuff? Time will tell. What I can tell, however, what I can say, however, is that if anything, this is a playthrough that was guaranteed for a year and a half. We're gonna be reaching a year in 2 days. 3 days for the shield and 4 days for the sword, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, so a year, which is crazy, and this one will reach 2 years next month. So yeah, it goes fast, but it's 2 years of making content. See, when you look at it, I have upward of 1,000 to 100 hours of the tower, right? Who's gonna watch that? And it doesn't matter who watched, it doesn't matter. Was it fun to do? Yes. Did it require me an effort? No. Did I kill myself doing it? No. I'm making videos doing it. See, a lot of people, it was really cool. A lot of people, in the winter, they would see me doing a video. And how we used to do it, which is still good. And when you look at it, this is the evolution of Ink Vendetta, which is super important. The way we used to do it, we would make a video here, have a YouTube video down here, and have a playthrough on this one. Possibly Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. And now I was like, okay, well, what am I doing with my my tablets? And then I said I could possibly play the tower. And now, at all time, I'm filming 5 videos. And when I'm not, I'm streaming. Now, streaming in itself is great, for a couple of reasons actually. Because although I am a gamer, I don't think I could make videos about gaming for. I could make video about gaming for a couple of months, but I don't think I'd ever get as much content on there than on here. So yeah, so this is quite complex. Now the truth is, I could. But the streaming is possibly some of the only content I have on the gaming channel. And if it is, it is. Besides, streaming is something that I do like. For me, streaming is kind of relaxing. Making videos like this is not relaxing. I'm gonna be honest, saying that now that we have a better Wi-Fi, I don't worry as much. I'm not as worried about storage, maintenance. I'm not storage. There's a special word for it, management, which is good, right? Managing your resources, managing your storage. This is not a fear anymore. But however, this is not the last problem. This is not the first problem. This is not the last problem. The situation is getting better, and I feel like it's getting better. We're talking about doing a video versus doing 5 videos at the same time. This is way better. But the problem with that is you don't care about the tower, then you only care about 2 of the videos out of 5, right? You know? But then if you don't care about the videos, and at the same time, like I said this about the video before, the tower is the masterpiece behind my channel, because there's so many videos where I play the tower and you see me talking, and it's just the evolution of a person, right? Which is, gotta say, it's wonderful. But at the same time, is it really what people are looking for? The answer is I don't know. I'll never know. And that's why this video that we're making right now is so important. I gotta start saying fuck what you see, in my book, and this is very simple-minded, this is very, 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 like, I should get my IQ checked, but as long as we're making content, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm more in love with making content than the content we create, right? Which is good. If the only thing that I have to do is being okay with, today, you know what, today we're gonna be reacting. They're going to be reacting, and that's it. I'm going to be okay with that. If it is what I'm doing that day, it is what I'm doing that day. And there's nothing wrong with doing a specific kind of videos one day and another one the other day. I am a overachiever, overworker. which even though I'm working hard, I feel like I'm too lazy, right? I was watching this video, and it was talking about revenge procrastinating, and it was phenomenal. And the girl was like, what was she saying? Something about her not being able to sleep. So what she would do is, because she's tired, she would keep every single day, she would just lazy around because she's tired, and she wouldn't be so productive. And then she had a quota of things to do per day, and then she would come to the sleeping, and she couldn't sleep because they weren't doing it. She wasn't done with the work. So what she did was she stopped herself from sleeping, right? Because she was working so hard. And that was revenge. That was your own body way of sabotaging yourself to show you that, hey, that's not the way. And to me, that just made so much sense. The way I explain it is not, girl, she's tired, right? Because she's tired, she has less energy to work. Because she has less energy to work, she keeps on pushing it back and pushing back. When it comes to making it, she waits last second, and because she waits last second, then she's tired the next day too. You understand? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Gotta be more okay with making the kind of content I am. And also, see, I prone something, and I prone it really, really hard. Oh man, oh man. Give me a second. It's not the bestest, but it's not the worst. See, I always prone that it's not necessarily about the content you make. It's about the person that's making the content, right? If you like the content, for example, Ray William Johnson. I love Ray William Johnson, and he makes video about things that they're talking about in the news and shit like that. And you don't really, you could read it from your news yourself. It's not something that he invents, but the way he's telling the story is great. That's why you watch it, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm fucking a lot. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. See, this is nervousness. This is me being nervous about not being able to pull out a certain content. I feel that there is this fear in itself. And this fear in itself isn't that, oh, I don't feel like making content. This fear in itself is about, am I able to pull that content? Am I able to make this and be entertaining? Can I do this? So, for example, like, take a channel that's specified. Okay, so I was watching, and I've been watching him a lot lately, and I know people don't like him, but I don't care. I was watching a lot of Dave Portnoy lately. I gotta say, I like Dave Portnoy. I like his pizza review. So I'm watching his pizza review, and the guy's entertaining, and I'm watching him, right? And I've always heard bad stuff about the guy. I always heard some pretty bad stuff about the guy. And that's why I didn't watch it. But then he was able to make it interesting for me to test pizza. And I was watching his other content, and wasn't a big fan of it. When he was talking about politics, when he talked about sports, I'm not a fan of sports, right? But at the same time, I should be happy that when he does pizza review, I like him. That's the most important part. Fuck what he's doing. Fuck if I don't like one of his videos. Take risks, take chances. This morning, something magical happened. Really, 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 really magical. Somebody texted me. No, not. I'm so sorry. They didn't text me. They commented on one of my videos. It was a video that I did about a year ago, and it was Monster Oatmeal, and it was saying, "Oh, this is a rare this is a rare can." And I was checking. I was like, "Holy shit, this is a rare can. It is worth $30 right now." You paid $500 for it, and they were making that video for years. And at the same time, like, the way I was talking in that video was very different than the way I do things right now, right? So it's really weird. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The fact that he commented on the video that I did last, there's also this, and I'm not complaining, but there's also this insecurities of oh my god, I don't like saying that, but I should be more popular than what I am. I'm cold, dude. I should be more popular than what I am. Maybe the fact that I'm not popular is because my video sucks, right? But then, if I still get the comments on a video that I did a year ago, guys, Guys, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. You see this? The moon. It's all a question of timing. Maybe the timing is not now, right? Maybe I'm not supposed to be popular right now. Maybe I'm supposed to be learning right now, and when I'm learning, when I'm popular, is because I learn from my mistakes. You know? I don't give a. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I love you. Take it easy. Peace. Good. Don't link. Here's your wing. Welcome to the Development Tire Show. As you're doing well, because having a wonderful day on these 9 June. Got a bit of a snack. Very good Lindor chocolate. Faygo. A couple of letters away from a very offensive word. I just wanted to do a short because we had a beautiful, beautiful moon. Now, why is that important? Because right here and right now is the best position to get. Why? Because if you do a little bit like this, you'll get the wires. Will fuck you up. You have this, you have the clouds, right? This is the best thing. This is the best way to look at the moon for possibly the entire night. You see how full it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, look how beautiful it is. Tomorrow we're getting the strawberry moon. That's a special moon. So yeah, the rest of the nature corn is kind of shitty. If I'm being honest. Wow, very nice nature corn, bro. Kind of shitty, except for this. And there you go. That's your moon for this evening of the 9th of June, 2025. Enjoy. We got the moon, guys. It's hard to see, but she's right there. Okay. Oh, what did I do? To lean on. Wah, 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 wah. Stop being so fucking loud. Now delete those 2 videos. See, with the extreme speed of the Wi-Fi, we were able to upload those 2 videos super quick. I got these 2 videos that are about 5 gigs in an hour, which is not bad. Which is not bad at all because we do have 3 videos being uploaded. 3 videos. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Tire Show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 9 June 2025. I am so lucky because if you look here, there's the moon and it's super cloudy, and I got to film the moon. I'll show you. It's so complex otherwise. So you see here, you got the moon, got the wire, got the clouds. I got a glimpse of it. Today we're doing a specific reviews. I forgot to do my thumbnails. They were I am so excited about this. Today we're reacting to Faygo fireworks. So there's a couple reasons why I'm like so excited. I'll be completely honest. This is kind of nostalgic. This is kind of the beginning of Ink. This is Baby Ink and Adult Ink together, coming in a glorious orgasm of confusion. It's a long story. I started making content, right? Dude, that's because of the wind. Oh shit. See, the wind pushed the phone on the ground. So I'll have to it's okay. It didn't break, but fuck. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This tripod is the shit. This so dumb. It's so dumb. This tripod is the shit. Take me out. 2 days out. This tripod is the shit. Yeah, this did really damage. It's okay because is the outer layer, so it doesn't really matter. But it's still, because there's two glasses. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna hold it. Fuck it. I don't have a choice. Oh, I have to find a way to make it more stable. So when I started making content, I was only making gaming content. We're still talking about Fagos, don't worry. Um, so I started wanting to talk about show myself. Again, it's a long story, and I'm gonna make it short. I got to the community. I want to say thank you to the community. So what I did. You see how windy it is, though? It's kind of normal, though. It's kind of normal. It's my fault for putting the phone there, but still, as long as it's not broken, I don't give a fuck. It's still good. By the way, when I'm gonna get a job, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna refurbish that phone completely. So new glass, new battery, the whole Shazam. Um, so what I was saying, okay, I had this community, and this community came in, and I want to say thank you. So I show my face. Now I want to make a video for my face, but I didn't know what to talk about. So I turned to food, which one of the first. Next to my house, there's a store, and they sell food. And of course, the first thing that I tasted was Monster. And then we started tasting Faygo. There's a whole month of me tasting those bad boys. Because I never had Faygo before. And I was like, this is a cool videos. There's a really, really cool story with Faygo. The fact that this was, technically speaking, the very first product that I never had. So this was a new world for me. And for some reason, I didn't care about Faygo. I didn't care about Pepsi. I didn't care about any soft drink. I wanted Monster. I wanted energy drinks. So now, we tasted Faygo. Yesterday we tasted Jolly Green Apple. And because it's been a while, I wanted to taste them again. The second reason why we're excited is this is fireworks. I'm Canadian. We don't do fireworks. It's illegal. However, in the 24th of June 2025 is my, if you will, holiday. It's my national holiday. So it's La Saint Jean, which is going for Montreal, which is super cool. And on the first, we got the Canada Day, which is the first July 2025. And this is the only time in the year we have fireworks. So we're having the Faygo fireworks to get ready for the fireworks this month. You see, now I'm really worried it's gonna fall again. Without further ado, let's test it out. This is Ice Pop, by the way. They're saying firework, but it's Ice Pop. I think, in my book, Ice Pop, it's a funny thing because to me, Ice Pop was a very popular ice cream, but it wasn't a very popular flavor for a drink. I think the first person that I saw do it is Prime. They did a one of the first thing that they did was Ice Pop, and now Faygo. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it appears. Hopefully, we get something that's kind of cool. I do like the color here. Smells really, really good. I think the Monster, the white can, is Ice Pop. They just don't say it. It's really nice. It's really nice. Faygo. See, that's a problem. Because I didn't know what they were, but then I know they use this corn syrup a lot to make their thing tasty and sweet. Once you know what corn syrup tastes like, you really know what corn syrup tastes like. So it's hard to think about anything but that corn syrup. So is that a positive or that's a negative? It's a bit of a negative because you want each flavor to be different, right? However, when you get over that fact, there's a really cool taste. It is refreshing. It is cold. It is enjoyable. Give me a sec. We made the phone fall. Thank God we had a protect screen. Thank God. Otherwise it would be broken. So yeah, so it's good. It's not my favorite. But it's a corn syrup. It's so omnipresent. That's kind of all you can taste. The Ice Pop in itself is good. I would need to have it to taste an Ice Pop lately. To be able to say, yes, this is loyal, this is the same thing, I'm really tasting the flavor of the Ice Pop. Sadly, we didn't. Not a big deal. It is really good, though. It's really good. There's this almost a flavor. What I'm really liking here. And there's almost this gonna be sounding so weird, but this ice pop flavor. But it's more than just ice pop. It's Mr. Freeze. It is kind of like a popsicle taste, and I'm really liking this. They did the same thing. However, there is a can we had with a C4, which was a collectible of a popsicle, a collaboration that they had. This is something akin to that. So yeah, this is really good. The flavoring of the sweetness, the fact that she has some gasified water, which is really cool. It tastes like ice pop, but you feel like you're drinking ice pop, which is really nice. I feel like this is something I would get. So Faygo, in my opinion, is super cool. Would I have it in on a daily basis? No. However, it is different. It is out there. They do something that nobody else does. They have this really nice can. Fun fact. Oh, I put it in the garbage. There's another bottle that we have, which is a big 24 ounces. This is the same fucking thing. So they kind of fuck you over marketing wise. But my apologies. The coolest thing here that they do is this on a warm day would be a godsend. Would be something I couldn't get over how good it is. Again, it's pretty good. It's not something that I would drink on a daily though, but definitely something worth trying. Definitely something cool that is. It's a cool thing to try. See, if we go to a party and they have Faygo, and you're like, before I would be disappointed. Now I'm like, okay, well I know I like this flavor and this flavor, so I care less about it. Super good. Hell yeah. Delicious. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Fucking full heart, bro. Okay, now I need to check how much storage I have. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 9 June 2025. The moon. Beautiful moon out there. Don't worry. We're filming it, sorry. And a bit of a gassy product. Today we're tasting, my mom sent me a care package which contained food. And my mom, she has access to a lot more store than I. Access to Costco, access to HomeSense. So she came in and she bought me some Linder Lint. These are the creme of la creme. This is the creme of la creme. This is fudge swirl. It looks amazing. Look at this. Are you kidding me? It looks amazing, dude. Like, it looks really good. Wherever and whenever you take a Linder Moments, they seem to make life feel so much more sublime. When you unwrap Lindor and break its delicate chocolate smell, the risible smooth fillings start to melt, gently carrying you away in a moment of bliss. Linder, created by Lindt, met chocolatier passion, la frigette since 1845. I don't know if you're good at math, but that's 140 years. Is that it? Well, did I get it or not? No, I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it. It's 180 years. 180. I swear to God, it's not planned. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm excited. I have this itching for sugar. I got sugar right here. I never had these before. See, because Lindt is more expensive. Don't get me wrong. However, we did a really cool. We have a broken one. Say something. We did a really cool. When I had more money, we did a really cool test of Lindt. We were each and every week we were testing Lindt. I remember that. It's crazy when you think about the fact that I did 38,000 videos, and I forgot most of them, but some of them I remember. So we have a nice little golden package. Let's go see this. It looks kind of weird. But hey, let's taste it. Mmm. I mean, it's good. It's not great. To me, it feels very simple. It feels like they just took two chocolates to put it together. So okay. Yeah, not great. Let's go with the positive first of all. Chocolate smooth is really good quality. You can tell that they know what they're doing. It's amazing chocolate. And tastes really, really nice. Negative. Mmm. It is good though. It's too simple. You got chocolate surrounded by chocolate. Now there's two chocolates. However, the two chocolate tastes so similar. And it's very difficult to come in and say, hey, I know exactly what this is, or hey, I know exactly what that is. And because of that, you're in a position of, well, I don't really know what's what. A super example, right? We had a coffee crisp this morning, and the coffee crisp was half the price. And it was way better because I could taste the coffee, I could taste the chocolate, I could taste the wafer. More simple, but different things. This one, very similar, too similar. A bit of a problem. But at the end of the day, we still managed to enjoy it. We still managed to have a pretty good fucking meal. And I'm happy about it. So yeah. Wish I had more good news for you guys. My favorite Linder? Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm gonna go with pistachio. Pistachio was really good. Salted chocolate was really fucking nice. But I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. I got to move like Jaggers. I got to move. But it's not great chocolate. Are you uploading or do I have to delete some shit? Just upload, bro, please. My apologies. My apologies. 9.5. Shit. My apologies. My apologies. Stop apologizing and don't do it. Come on, give me something that is. I love you. I love you. Lazy Ink, I love you. Lazy Ink, you forgot to delete. There was this part here that you left incomplete. So if you see this, it is 1:15. And if you go here, you just have to switch channel. Little piece of quiet, stumbling the line. You can come and make a deposit. What's the point of no? Defiant. Past keeps haunting the future I imagine. All I ever wanted was a little piece of quiet. One false move, you're the candidate. If you fight, you're the enemy. I'm so sick that what did I do? That I can't find a remedy. I'm still trying to find my identity. Where's my head on the podium? Gas me up, no petroleum. I'm so sick, but I can't find a remedy. I'm just trying to find my identity. Mass confusion. One false Move your Kennedy. If you fight, you're the enemy. I'm so sick, but I can't find a remedy. I'm still trying to find my identity. There's your art, no petroleum. Gas me up. Oh. Get in, gotta work, bro. Stop complaining. Oh, fuck. I'm ready to kind of. Go to remedy. I'm still trying my identity. Where's my hand? Good petroleum. Gas me up. Oh, what is that? I got a text. I did, honey, please check your mailbox. Your mailbox? Doopy. Okay, so now that's a good idea. Two, 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 two. Yeah. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing well, because are having a wonderful day on this 9th June 2025. Oh fuck, I need to check out something. I might not be able to film. Because no, I forgot. Oh shit. I forgot. Oh dude. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. This might be a bloopers. Because they were supposed to be a special show tonight. Oh, we had a big comments, right? We had a big comment today. Somebody wrote a comment that is pretty long. I had a TikTok comment. I'm gonna read to you guys. The guy is not live, so that's pretty good. Not all the game I like, but the game is like they all have a creepy survey that pops that asks you. Wait, what? And what's well with subscription? That is fucked up. That is fucked up. That is absolutely fucked up. Well, guess what? The guy is not live, so let's fucking go. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. So how long? Okay, I'll do it quick. I'm sorry about this. This is bloopers. I'm so sick. But I can't find the clarity.
New voice messages and one saved message. To play your messages, press 1. To record a message, press 2. To manage your greetings, press 3. To access your personal options, press 4. To
Shut the fuck up.
New message sent by 4383426 328.
Oui, Stéphane, je t'appelle comme tu m'as demandé. Appelle-moi. Ok, bye.
Message deleted.
Okay.
New message sent by 514695712.
Bonjour Stéphane, c'est Lara, je t'appelle de la banque TD.
Désolée, j'avais appelé tantôt, mais j'ai oublié de vous laisser un message. Donc, j'appelle juste pour te dire que tout est bon. Le POA is all set up. Everything has been given to your mom. She's
Good.
going to message you all the information.
Awesome.
Je ne sais pas quand tu vas à la succursale, là, proche de chez toi, je ne sais pas quel temps c'est. OK? S'il y a de quoi, tu peux toujours me rappeler.
Super nice.
514.
No, I said that. Okay.
Message.
No, I have to call my mom.
I said,
Hi, mom. How are you?
okay, Hamidi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Ma, I gotta talk a lot because I'm going to the metro. It's actually pretty late.
Okay, Mom.
I got some great news.
What?
I got some really, really, really good news. So today I had my first like legit shift.
Okay.
I did a good job. The boss was really happy. He shook my hand. He's like, "Hey, it's rare that we have a agency worker that cares."
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice. So then he said, I know it's a problem for the bus. Are you okay? I said, yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about the bus. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And then he said, okay. Now, the truth is, I called my father. He did agree to give me a lift. They said, all you need to do, Pat, is pick me up when I finish work.
Okay.
But now, today, I want to check how it went without him. Because if I want to check without him,
Okay.
if I can avoid using him, I'm going to be avoiding using him, you know?
Yeah, but anyway, I'm here. Did you see the picture? This is the
Yeah, this is fucking perfect.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
This is perfect. So now is the test today. Tomorrow, what I'll do is, this morning I left at 8:15.
Okay.
I was there at 9. I had to wait for 3 hours, but it's no big deal. I'll see how it goes tonight. Tomorrow what I'll leave at 8:30, the same thing. And then my father will pick me up.
Yeah,
But
because at 9:30, everything stops.
I know, and I finish at 9.
Yeah. No, in the morning. Because
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So the work it went really well. There's a guy that didn't show up because of the buses. He did show up.
well, at least you showed up.
I did, and the boss was really nice. He said, what he asked me about my past experiences. So I told him. He said, "Did you ever work for a company, or you only working for the agency?" I said no. The last company, they hired me, and then the boss is like, "Oh, you can hire agency worker." I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I told him, to be nice. I told him you have to ask Jacob."
Yeah, but anyway, I know for agency, okay, because I had experience because I was working to do in agency. After 3 months, they can pay you with the company without
Oh.
you. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, you go because you went to go to Jacob.
Yep.
You better talk to Jacob, okay?
Just in case.
Okay? Just in case they come.
Just in case, mom. Just in case. But it went really well. Now I have to go, mom, because it's kind of crazy out there. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of cars. I have to be a bit more careful. But it went really well, mama. It went really well. And you know what?
Yeah.
The boss is a nice guy.
I know.
And Jacob, I apologize. I should have treated him better. Jacob, he called me yesterday. He said, "Are you okay for the buses?"
Oh, that's nice.
And I told him, "Don't worry, Jacob. I have a lift.
Okay.
I have a lift." Because I'm not gonna tell them that I take a Uber because it's not true, and I'm not gonna tell them that I have a problem because it's not true. C'est pas idéal, but if it's a job that I really want, mama, it's a job that I really like. Listen, mama,
Yeah.
they have a union.
That's good.
And they have insurance. Ils ont les yeux, les dents, les oreilles.
Okay.
Ils ont des congés mobiles.
That's good.
And you know what's the best thing?
What?
They have a lot of overtime, but they don't pay you for the overtime. They don't pay you. So what they do is you work there for, let's say you came in for a day for overtime. They don't pay you. What they do is they say, okay, well, you have 1 full day of vacation, and then when you take that day of vacation, we'll pay you then.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
really good. Now the problem is, and I know this is way too early. The problem is, il y a un maximum.
OK.
Je pense que c'est 2 semaines.
Non, le maximum, il doit avoir 3 mois avant qu'il
Non, non,
t'engage.
non, 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 non. C'est 2 semaines de temps supplémentaire.
OK.
So,
OK.
you know, but it's still far. I'm not hired yet. We'll see. And then Jacob, he texted me. He texted me at 12. It's like, good job. He said, good job making it on time. I was really worried about my employees.
Okay. So, but you have to tell him the truth. Tell him I didn't want to tell you, so I went very early. I stayed in the restaurant or McDonald's, not because I don't want you to be worried. Thank you so much for finding me the job, but I'm doing everything that I can to make you proud of me.
You know,
So
I
don't
waited. I waited for 3 hours, but it's not a big deal because the job is worth it.
Okay, anyway, you know what? Check your mailbox because I send you a lot of gift cards.
Merci, maman, c'est gentil. Maman,
Okay.
c'est gentil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna be honest. I'm pooped. I'm tired.
Okay, yeah,
I'm tired. But mama, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And the picture you sent this morning, I don't know if you sent it this morning or yesterday night. You sent it last night, huh?
No, what happened is Lama, elle t'a appelé.
No, pour l'autobus.
C'est last night because as
Yeah.
soon as I did it.
It was
as
perfect.
soon as-
I have every information with Lama. I cannot call her now because she's not working. I'll just call her tomorrow to say thank you. But I have all the
No,
information.
I told her, I said, I'm sorry he didn't answer you because he just started the work
Yep.
and he can't. She
Yep.
said, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know. I said, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Good.
I said, just give him a call.
Yep.
Leave him a message.
Yep.
And I'm going to take all the information. I'm going to text it to him.
It's perfect.
So
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect,
Okay.
Mama. I have all the information. I have Le Poste. I have her name. I have the account number. Just the only thing that I need now is you didn't tell me I need to bring an ID card. She said, Lama, she said, if you don't bring it, you're fucked.
Okay, well, she didn't tell me that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
OK. Now, the only thing is, tu m'as promis, tu vas te bosser à chaque mois $4.
Oui, y a pas de problème.
OK?
Y a pas de problème.
Et moi, she said to me, Mona, you don't need his card because you are the primary person. You can deposit
Yep.
anytime you want. So I'm going to deposit money, but I'm not going to retire.
Ok, c'est parfait, Maman.
OK?
C'est parfait.
So starting July, you have to pay $4.
But you'll tell me another day, man, because right now I'm in the bus and I don't want to talk about that.
OK, yalla.
Because
Okay,
if
Mama.
people overhear me, ça peut être dangereux.
OK, maman. Yalla.
Maman?
OK. Yeah,
Je t'aime.
moi aussi.
Thank God you fucking pray, because look, it's working.
I'm praying a lot for
Yes,
you.
sir. It works.
يا حبيبي
If I
يلا.
can get hired there, Mama, oh, the dream.
Okay, يلا mama. Do your best, okay, mama?
I promise you,
Make me-
Mama, he shook my hand today. Fuck.
I know.
He shook my
I
hand.
know.
He said, finally somebody who gives a shit.
Okay.
You know?
Anyway, you tell him I'm very happy and thank you for the opportunity.
And I feel bad, you know why?
What?
Because other employees, they saw me work, they started to be nice to me. They started to introduce themselves.
Okay,
And we
that's-
were three people. They only say hi. They only said good day to me.
Okay, that's good.
They only say
Okay.
goodbye to me, ma. The other guy, they don't say goodbye.
It doesn't matter, Stefan.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yalla,
Okay,
bye.
bye, ma.
Okay, don't forget the mailbox.
Don't forget the mailbox. Let's see if he answers. Nope. No. She's gonna text me for sure. She's gonna text me. Don't forget the mailbox. Okay, call my mom. Nice. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double check. Uh-huh. Okay, let's see if it's gonna happen. Ay. Mare. No. Do. Come link with your link. Welcome to the video. I like doing this intro because I always can push it way above. We made a couple of videos, we made a lot of videos actually. I got a great news, I got a bad news. We are at season 2 of Kenny vs. Benny. The greatest thing. Oh, wait a second. Wait a freaking second. Give me a second. Okay. I just have some cool information. We're starting season 2 of Kenny vs. Spencer Nolan Rice. Kenny Joel Odds versus Spencer Nolan Rice. I'm in a good mood. Why? Because I'm drinking Faygo. Right? Change a couple letters. This is a very offensive word. So without further ado, I'll start. And guess what? Your boy is a freaking dummy. It's a freaking dummy. Okay, we didn't lose a lot. We lost 4 minutes of content. I forgot to press record on my screen. So now, what we're gonna do is, of course, do a recap of the season. What I like to do when I do a season, I like to talk about my general thought of the second season. My general thought of the season. We started doing this with Trailer Park Boys. Usually I don't talk about the season, but with Kenny vs. Benny and Trailer Park Boys, I know the show by heart. So I'll give you a general thoughts of this season. The funniest thing with this one is Kenny vs. Benny is such a unique show. First of all, keep the promotional material, right? Cool. Like I was saying, season 2. The weird thing with Kenny vs. Benny is I don't know what season 2 is, right? I have to check out the episode, like who can drink more beer, who can say naked the longest. Now the fun thing is, who can say naked the longest? They don't have it. The nicest thing with is I never did a season of Kenny vs. Benny. I was always doing the whole show. So this is really meaningful. Now season 2, I'm looking at an episode which is really cool. Yeah, this season was great. And now we have a little bit of a problem. It's stuff at season 5. There's no season 6. So I'm hoping to find a web series that has episode number is season 6. So season 2 to me felt really good because it felt like, see, season 2 felt like we knew what we had in store. Season 2 felt like we knew the concept of the show. Season 2 felt like we knew Kenny and Svenny. Season 2 felt like we knew what to expect, and now it was just a question of upping the antics. So when you look at the episode, that's when you see, like, for example, who can drink more beer, who can stay naked the longest, who has the biggest balls, who do old people like more, who can dance the longest, first one to talk lose, who is funnier, who can get kissed for more women, who can sell more Bible, who can win a rat race, first one to be mean lose, who's a better journalist, and who's a better rapper. Now, season 2 has a plethora, and I do mean a plethora of great show. However, it suffers from one of the biggest problem of Kenny vs. Penny, is in between seasons they don't really change. Fuck it, we had the rule, and now we don't have it. I got ADHD, by the way. Like you can tell. It's okay. We did film it a little bit, so I mean this is pretty cool. We did get it today, but I didn't get it in plenty. You see here, it's starting to get really cut off. And when we started the video 2 years ago, it was still showing. So that's my mistake. The problem with the Kenny vs. Penny, and this is a problem that I relate to a lot. This is not a video about me. This is a video about the show, but I still have to talk about it. I started making content. I was 28, so on paper I'm fully grown. Hard to believe, I know, but I am. And in my book, if I started making content at 20, I would have changed more. Kenny and Svenny didn't really change during from season 1 to season 6. They're still the same people. They're still the same people in different situation. When you look at season 2, those are some of the great moments. Some of the greatest moments. Are you kidding me? Who's the better rapper? Fucking phenomenal. Who can win a rat race? Fucking phenomenal. There's a really good show, but they didn't really change. So, and this is some of the beauty of Kenny vs. Penny, but this is also one of the biggest flaws. There's not an evolution. There's not an evolution. It's just the same thing happening over and over again, which is a beautiful thing, because if you give me the best fucking fettuccine alfredo, I won't go anywhere else. If you serve me the best fucking steak, I'll go to the same place. You see me the best entertainment, which is Kenny vs. Penny, I'll go back to Kenny vs. Penny, right? Even though the show didn't change that much, I still came back years after years. And the nicest thing about it is, although the show didn't change and the boys didn't change, I changed. My perception of what was right changed, right? So let's start right away. We got season 2, episode 1. Who can drink more beer? Who can drink more beer? I'm gonna be honest and say it's a weird first episode. It feels like it really feels like they didn't take a break. They went in thinking, hey, it doesn't seem like there's a break, because it's a weird first episode. So you don't need to say it is a classic who can drink more beer. Spenny has a passion for drinking. There is the story of Amsterdam, where Kenny tried to kiss Kenny. Although, do we know if it's true? Do we think it's true? I think there's some truth to it. Do I think that is so? I think Kenny tried to kiss Spenny. No, I think Spenny tried to kiss Kenny. Do I think Spenny wanted to fuck? I don't think so. Right? He was just drunk. So we start. We have you gotta decide which beer. Kenny said one of the beer. Funny thing is, Kenny doesn't drink. So Spenny had large advantage, which is good because how can I say this? Because Spenny is a bit too cocky. So Kenny comes in again. As the first episode, it is insane. The show is insane. It's just a first weird. It's a weird first choice. So Kenny say a beer, and Spenny's like, yeah, I'm fine with that beer. They censor the name of the beer, which is possibly for legal reason. Go figure. And then they start drinking. Right away, Kenny talks to the camera and say, the reason why I took that beer is because they have a non-alcoholic version of the same thing. Now, here's a character that I did talk about season 1. Because, to be honest, it's super weird. So, in season 1, episode 1, we meet Goldfield. Goldfield, which is the owner of a pharmacy. He's kind of cuckoo. He is kind of out there, right? But Kenny likes him because, see, this is the difference between Spenny and Kenny. Kenny often, and that's a way of thinking too. But this is a problem when it comes to how you perceive the show. Spenny wanted to teach a lesson to people with the show. Kenny wanted to entertain. So Kenny, he saw Goldfield as a specialist. He said, this guy is fucking entertaining. He's kind of crazy. Not really crazy in the sense of the term, but he's kind of out there. He's like, this could be doing a good show. This could be something that people enjoy watching. And that's why he refers to Goldfield. The reason why we didn't mention Goldfield in season 1 is because he only uses him in like a couple of competition. So Goldfield tells a story about pills that will not make you drunk, which is cool because I don't know if it worked, but if it works, that's a great pill. So Kenny, he has 2 of the beers, and the first beer, like I said, is not alcoholic and is alcoholic. Now there is a kind of a fucked up thing. He hides it behind a door, which, I mean, is it such a good hiding place? They don't show him moving it, but Spenny would have found it, and so they put a red tape on it to say this is Kenny's beer. So Kenny has to act drunk, which is fucking funny. They go one night, they're drinking, and they're really drunk. Kenny, the first, I don't remember the exact order. I'm gonna have to film the moon, I'm sorry. The exact order, I think the very first night, he brings in some addiction specialists. So they're like, hey, Spenny is drinking. And the funniest thing is they know the competition because Kenny keeps saying this is the arm wrestling competition. So it's like, oh, they know the show, right? Because they had to justify, Kenny has to justify that this is not the competition that you think. Then, on the second day, he brings in a whole fucking orchestra and play music, and Spenny has a hangover. The show goes well. Kenny does something crazy, which is so they can die. No, sorry, I'm so sorry. They can lose the game if they puke. So Kenny he gives a product that could induce vomiting. So Spenny is like, oh, you fuck with me. Spenny is drunk. What he does is he take a hockey stick and run after Kenny. So Kenny's like, you're drunk, get out of here. And then Spenny goes out and he has his whole speech how he doesn't like the competition. And it's beautiful. The speech of Spenny is beautiful. He's talking about, are you not entertained? Which is a gladiator speech. So there was this gladiator called Spartacus. And Spartacus was a fighter. Usually, the gladiator were slaves. So they were very uncultured, very, very uncultured. Spartacus was the only one with like an education. And he saw the horrible thing that would happen. How people would die. How people almost weaponless would fight lions. And like, are you not entertained? So Spenny looked to the camera and says, Kenny wins, Spenny's hurt. Kenny wins, Spenny's hurt. Spenny's hurt, Spenny hurts. And then he starts crying. So it's a really sad moment because you see the reality of how he says the walls are dropped down. At the end, there's a really cool moment. I just gotta film the moon. Don't blink, it's your boing. Part 2 of the moon of the 9th of June. And it's just so beautiful. We got a really, really special spot. Look at it. And the cloud. Look at this, dude. How nice is that? This is why season 2 is the first time that you see just how good the show can be. So they're filming the general life of the two guys. They're filming the general. And then there's a scene that they introduce, and it's Spenny eating breakfast, and he's eating muslik. And Kenny's like, you're always eating the same thing. Aren't you tired of eating muslik? So Spenny's like, no, I love muslik. So eating muslik. So then Spenny, funny thing is, Spenny doesn't puke. Spenny pass out. So then Kenny goes in and he creates fake vomit, and he had muslik. The funny thing is, Kenny actually vomits. He shows the vomit to Spenny. He's like, Spenny, you fucking vomit, bro. You lost. Now, we know that Kenny lost. Doesn't matter. The humiliation for this one, I remember. The humiliation for this one is Spenny is supposed to eat Kenny's vomit, which is pretty fucked up. I'm gonna go in because the phone is at 10% batteries, and I can do like another 20 minutes, so it's not a big it's not a big deal. It's a big deal because the phone dropped. The phone dropped a little bit, and I was lucky. I was lucky because I have a screen protector, but it still fell and it still damaged the phone, which is kind of shitty. I'm gonna put myself here. Don't worry. It's only for 20 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the. I'm out of shape. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the whole season, but that's okay. We can say naked the longest. Another great funny episode. The reason why this episode is funny is because Kenny doesn't mind being naked, but Spenny does. So once again, it's a competition when one of them has a clear advantage. So they go naked. And the funniest thing is the camera is filming Spenny, and Spenny is like, yo, don't film me, I'm insecure. Spenny is insecure because of his booty cheeks. Oh, we're at 4%. Batteries. What the heck? What in the heck? It's not charging at all. Is it charging at all or no? I don't fucking know. If it closes, it closes. What am I supposed to do? So Spenny is very insecure because of his butt cheeks. They're weirdly shaped, doesn't really have a butt. Kenny is super easy getting naked. He walks naked. Spenny, because he's so insecure, offered Kenny to do a trip. He says, if you go to Amsterdam, I'll give you money to go to Amsterdam. And then what Kenny does is he go out, and it's so fucking funny. He goes out and he has like this. So it's an umbrella, and there's shower curtain next to it, or hanging on it. So you kind of like a single space shower, and he's hiding. He goes to the limousine. He goes there. He has some fun. He just changes the flight to something else. It's really fucking funny, and he's still naked. Right? Goes in the limousine, he's naked. The limousine driver, you can see he's closing the window. It's really fucking funny. And yeah, at the end, Spenny. So I don't know if since the beginning, Kenny's plan was to use the watch, but Spenny keeps a watch, and then Kenny's like, "You're not naked, you're wearing a watch," and then Spenny's like, "No, I got." He doesn't say it like that, but he has OCD where he needs to wear the watch. So Kenny has a big watch, and he hides his penises. So then what happened is Spenny's like, okay, well, if you take out this watch, I'll take out my watch. And then before we go, we put the clock. We put a clock, and Kenny, which is a fucking brilliant move, changes every clock of the house, and he puts them 5 minutes. He put them 5 minutes later. So then Spenny, when he sees that it's 5 o'clock, it's technically 4:55. So he puts on his clothes, said, "Hey, you lost," and Kenny's like, "No, you lost." So that was really smart. I don't remember the the ending, but that's pretty much it. Who has the biggest balls is an episode that I don't really know. To me, give me a sec. Biggest balls. Kenny. The reason why this episode is a little bit Who's the Bravest? Okay, so Who's the Bravest is actually kind of cool because the original show was called What's the Biggest Balls? Who is the Bravest? It's a funny show, but the reason why I don't have a memory for it, it's a good show, is because to me, when you watch, when you, oh, give me a sec. The phone's gonna fall. Fuck the phone. It's windy and it can make the. Taking a rest, but fuck it. I need to focus on making content. To me, when you watch a show so often, shows they kind of how can I say it? They kind of collide. So to me, who has the biggest ball is very similar to who can handle more torture. They're very similar to me. So who has the biggest ball is kind of cool because it's a series of mini comp. I'm gonna tell them what they are, but I don't remember that by heart. So they started, and Kenny's really interested in this competition. Who has the biggest ball? Who has the biggest cojones? It said who is the best, but it's not. So the first one is arm bruising, so they give each other shot. Of course, Spenny. I'm not gonna give you the pointing because fuck that. But Kenny takes less hit, but Spenny complains, so he loses. Second one, I know it's the spicy sauce. I know it's a spicy sauce. Now, give me a sec. Oh, this is just so good. But they're similar. They're very similar to who can I know more torture? Just give me a sec. I just want to remember this. This is one of the episodes that I have to watch.
Is to make him think I am so fucking psycho that he questions his own ability to beat me.
What a great show. I have to rewatch it because it's been too long.
My plan is to make him think I am so fucking
Okay, good. And this one is fun. He wants to compete. So it goes fucking crazy. There's insect eating. Kenny does it. Spenny does it. Kenny wins. So the torture is better. The torture, Kenny pretends like he wants to participate, but he just lets Spenny humiliate himself. The handle is Scorpion. Kenny wins. Taser. Taser. Kenny go first. Gets tased, and then he plays up the pain so much that Spenny's like, no, fuck that. I don't want to do it. Then we have what? We have a karate. Karate is actually pretty nice. They both go to fight the karate master, and at the end, it's really sweet because at the end they goes together. They go together and they're like, "Yo, if we can, maybe we can take him down if we do a teamwork." There is a board breaking challenge. Of course, Spenny breaks a board. When it comes to Kenny, there's no more board. Now, was that a trick? They don't show it. They had the tattoos. They're both Jewish. You're not allowed to have tattoos if you're Jewish. Kenny gets a dot, which still kind of like a tattoo, and he gets a dot, which still kind of a tattoo, but he's like, fuck that, bro. It shouldn't count, but it still counts. We have the whipping challenge. The whipping challenge is amazing because he pays the girls to whip him. Wait, is it Fat Night or is it the girls? Because if it is Fat Night, oh yeah, it is Fat Night. So you see, this is the problem. They did the same thing. So Fat Night is whipping the boys, and he's like, yeah, dude. Dude, this is a good episode. So Fat Night goes in and says, okay, well, I'm gonna whip you guys, and I think they keep the boxer on. Yeah, they keep the boxer on. And Fat Night, Kenny was talking about it in Fat Night, they talked about it in a commentary, and apparently he was the nicest guy. And he made fun of Fat Night because he said to Kenny, his flesh is weak. So then the funniest thing is, Kenny is closer to bleeding than Spenny. Spenny has a thicker hide, but mentally speaking, Kenny is weaker. So he just leaves. You see, that's the problem. They don't show a scene, and they say see more and Patreon. Now Kenny plays a scene, and it's one of the funniest fucking scene, one of the fucking scene, and ever. So he's like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm tired of you beating me. I'm tired. And he pretend like he goes crazy. So he goes into Spenny's room, and he starts breaking shit and breaking shit and breaking shit and breaking shit. And you're like, okay, well, he finally lost it. He lost his mind. But the reality is, Kenny is playing. So he's destroying his stuff, and then just to get Spenny to give up. And the funniest thing is, and this is one of the episodes that make me think that it's kind of rigged a little bit. The ending, Spenny goes crazy. So he goes to the lake to jump off and to unalive himself. And then Kenny is like, "Yo, don't do it." And Spenny's like, "You have to repair everything that you broke. You have to fix everything. I only do it if you admit defeat." So Spenny is like, "Okay." Skinny is like, "Okay, well, you beat me. You won. You won. You won. You won." Just so Spenny doesn't jump, right? And now there's a joke between Denny and the other guy. I don't remember the other guy's name. Donnie. Sorry, not Denny. Donnie. And then he's like, "You think he was gonna jump?" And Donnie says, "I don't think he had a ball." So that's kind of funny. Kenny has to lick bird poop from his window, from the car window, as a humiliation, which kind of sucks because Kenny here was a good friend. He was a good friend. Was he the best of friend? No. But he was a good friend. Now we have who the old people like more. Easily one of my favorite episodes ever. It is so fucking good. So then they had this competition of who did the old people like more. Spenny is worried about his look. And he's really worried. Like, oh, my hair is too long. This is weird because his hair got really long, right? I don't know when they took a break. They don't really specify it, but I think they took a break at this one. So then he goes to meet. Kenny does some digging. He realizes that it's three Jewish lady. So this is one of my favorite episodes because it does showcase the two characters the best. Spenny has his whole like rules, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take them out to do some sports to have some fun, take them on activities," but it's boring for them, right? He treats them like old people, and Spenny, although he has good intention, acts like they're in a retirement home, right? So they're playing, they're dancing, they're doing some swimming. It's kind of boring for them. They even have a financial advisor, and Kenny, what he does is, that they're Jewish ladies. So he shows us the family. He shows us a picture of the family of his Uncle Louis, Uncle Jerry, and then he hires a Down syndrome little brother. And I know what you're saying. What did you just say? He hires a Down syndrome little brother. Trust me, this is the truth. I'm so sick of you dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Fuck that, you're done. Third part of the moon is the 9th of June, but it's just too beautiful. Just too beautiful. Look at this. I'm sorry, I'm annoying it. Trust me, it's nice. Look at this. Beautiful. My apologies. Sorry, guys. I have it. Fuck, you're dumb, dude. Fuck, you're dumb. Oh my god. And of course, the phone disconnected. Now the battery is lower. The phone fell because of the tripod. The wind pushed the tripod to fall. I'm French. Because they pushed the tripod to fall, the phone dropped. The phone is still good though. But it's just that I don't like dropping the phone because it's an older phone. Kind of broken. That's all I have. So, who do people like? The old people like more. He hires a Down syndrome little brother, and he teach him. So now, one of the things that he learns is that because of their family name, it's Shirley, Silver, and I don't remember the last one. They're Jewish. I'm out of shape, dude. I'm out of shape. So they go in and he teach Lenny, his little brother, Kenny, Lenny, and Spenny. Jewish tradition. They go to a rabbi, they go to a synagogue, and they hear him sing. They get their nail done. Kenny takes them to out, and the craziest thing is at the end when they give the victory to Kenny, Kenny wins. They say Kenny knows how to treat a lady, so Kenny made them feel younger, which was always the plan. He said the original plan is kind of crazy. So he teaches Lenny, and there's a lot of moments where you see Kenny and Lenny, and it's just good time. Kenny jokes about him, and talk to him about how he's gonna get circumcision, l'chaim. You teach him some Jewish shit. The funniest thing is, Kenny did a commentary, and apparently Lenny really liked Kenny. He was in love with Kenny, which I don't know if it's true or not. Then they go to competition, right? The funniest thing is you see Safi, and Safi is like, "Oh, they're coming over," and Safi is like, "You didn't bring any cake. You can't bring any cake." She gives shit to Kenny, which is really sweet because you can see that she raised him. She raised him because his father died very young. So then you have the original plan was to tell the girls that Spenny touched Lenny in a bad spot when he was younger, so they give the victory to Kenny. The funniest thing is when the moment to strike is going on, he has a perfect setup, and he doesn't. He says that Spenny is nice. What he meant to say was Kenny was nice, but he didn't think about it. And then it's so fucking funny because he gets into trouble, and Kenny gives shit to Lenny because like, dude, what did you do? And then Safi, his mom, she's like, it's okay. Now the craziest thing, this is actually a really sweet moment. This is a really, really sweet moment. There's a moment where Safi, she talks to the camera. She's like, "Hi, I'm Kenny's mother." And she look at Lenny and she hugs Lenny, which is really sweet. Great episode. The competition ends with a humiliation, which is Spenny. The humiliation is Spenny has to do aquaform. Now I watch my show. If he's on, he's on. I stop now. If he isn't on, I will give ya another episode. Because I watch TikTok battles every single fucking night. And the night's no different. Are you online or no? You probably won't connect. There's a guy because tonight I would like to play Elden Ring. So we'll do another one. It's 13. Let's do 2 more. That way we do part 1 and part 2. Who can dance the longest? Who can dance the longest? Again, this is the problem with Kenny versus Spenny. It's who can dance the longest. I don't need to explain the rule. It's super simple. It's so fucking smart though. It's a shame. Season 2, for example, right? We're gonna take 3 episodes. We're gonna say who can dance longest, right? Who can kiss? Who can sell more Bible? Who can win a rat race? First one to be mean loses. Those episodes that I didn't care about, that I didn't care at all about. And just because of the title, I judge because of the title. So who can dance longest? Kenny goes on a power trip, which is planned, where he says, "No, this is my rule. I'll make the rules. I'm in charge here. I'll talk." And then Spenny takes to the camera, and he said he's on a weird power trip today. I don't know what's going on, but he wants everything to be in his control, and his control, and his control. So it's really fucking funny. And then, so Spenny and Kenny, they start dancing, and it's one of the best fucking episode ever. So Kenny tells Spenny, "I'm gonna start dancing when I change my shoes." So then Kenny disappear, and like Spenny's like, he's just, why can he not do a competition like everybody else? So he has to prove that Kenny's not dancing. So he goes to he calls Kenny's mom to go there, and the funniest thing is they're hiding in the bathroom, and he's there. Then he calls Miriam, which I fucking love, and the craziest thing with Miriam is she has a baby now, and I don't know if it's in the we can make a viral video. Yeah. We see Miriam, and Spenny's like, "Did you see Kenny?" And she's like, and this feels a little bit like it's planned. Season 2 feels a bit scripted, to be honest. For example, she'll see Miriam, and Miriam says, "I'll tell you where Kenny is for $100." She doesn't tell him the truth. So he goes to Ronnie, which is the brother of Kenny, And then he goes to Ronnie and it's like, hey, did you see Kenny? And Ronnie's like, no. And then Spenny complains, and Ronnie's like, oh, poor Spenny, which feels a bit acted, but who cares? And now the greatest scene happen is they're trying to dance. Spenny ends up hiring a he's dancing in the fucking bus like a I'm not gonna say the word, but like a rito, you know. And this is bad because we just talk about Lenny and how cool Lenny was. Shame on me, dude. So then we have the episode. See, this threw me off my game. What game? I don't fucking know. So then we have he hires a private investigator who finds him, and then Kenny comes back to the house, and finally you lose, and he's like, you're not dancing. He's like, I danced for so long. He said he tells Kenny, I'm gonna make you eat dog vomit because you deserve it. And then it's like, Spenny, come here. He says, I'm gonna change my shoes. Gonna start a competition. And he didn't change his shoes. He didn't even change. So fact is, the competition never started. And the craziest thing is, because Kenny was able to maintain that he was in charge, and it was with a weird power trip, Spenny believed it. Because Kenny was dancing with Spenny. You know what I mean? Spenny thought the competition was beginning. And that's pretty much it. The humiliation is, I don't remember what it is. Season 2, episode 6. We're gonna do who is funnier and first one to talk to lose. Who's funnier is super simple, by the way. First one to talk to loses. One of the most boring episodes. It's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool because it's more so about the life of the boys. See, if you sold it to me as a if you sold it to me as a show, another competition, I would prefer it. So they said the first one to talk. Then they said they're allowed to make some noise. It's super fucking funny. So Kenny's plan is, this is actually a really good episode when you think about it. Kenny's plan is to get Spenny to talk because he's afraid. So he brings the snakes. He sticks his hand on a table, and it's so fucking funny. On the other hand, Spenny think that Kenny's gonna talk when he's sleeping. So to start the day, they start the whole thing, and then so the first step is Spenny. So he waits until Kenny's talking, he's recording. No, Spenny goes to a spy shop and he buys something for spying. And there's a really cute girl she's really fucking cute. And it's so fucking funny because he's trying to flirt on her, doesn't even talk. So shout out to Spenny for that. And then he records and he goes to specialists which try to have the which tries to have the audio clear. So we'll see if we talk. And then you can hear Kenny talk, but he's mumbling. It's like, you know? So Spenny asked the professional, it's like, would you say he's talking? And the guy said, no, I couldn't say he's talking. So Spenny loses there. So then Kenny, once again, he dresses up as a caveman, and he stick the glue to Spenny's hand. It's super funny. But then Donnie helps. This is the reason Donnie was hired, was this episode. So Kenny goes into the basement. That house was a miracle. That house, we're talking 3 levels. 3 levels? We are talking a sauna in the basement, and we're talking in a workshop in the basement. It was a luxury house. And the house, by the way, I didn't tell you guys, but in season 2, we changed this house. But the season 2 house will be the season 3, 4, 5, and 6. They won't move again. The first house was smaller, and the second house is way better. The second house, what a house, guys. It is luxurious. By the way, Kenny bought it. So yeah. So he takes Donnie, and Kenny's smart because Kenny takes a computer and you have a program where he's able to talk. So you text to speech. And he tells Donnie, hey, I'm sick of you helping Spenny. This is the Spenny versus Kenny. Not the Spenny, the Kenny versus Spenny and his lover boy. So he makes fun of him, and Donnie, he says, and then Kenny's like, I like you, I don't want to fire you. Either you stop helping him or I'm going to have to fire you. And then Donnie's like, I guess I'm going to have to keep helping him. Donnie, he was a good guy. And Donnie was kind of, how can I say this? Donnie was kind of righteous in the way he acted, um, which is great. You want a righteous guy. However, Donnie himself admitted that he was helping Spenny too much. Then Kenny brings his hot cousin, and yes, I meant his hot cousin. She did some porn. It's I don't remember her name, but Bianca. Kenny had a huge crush on her, so he's pimping her out, and he asks Bianca, and she's supposed to be on a date with him. So there's a really funny scene where he gets mad at Bianca, and he's like, he writes on a thing, and it's like, yo, we see her, and who the first one to have a boner. Um, he talks to her. So Kenny does the computer text to speech. Spenny does a normal like blackboard, and you write it. So he goes in and he pretends to be mad, and then Bianca seduces Kenny, and then he makes some joke at versus Penny. Bianca laughs, and then they're talking, and they're talking, and they're talking, and they're talking, and it's really cool because you see Kenny the way he's flirting with the girl. For example, there's two wine glasses. Kenny takes a little bit of wine for himself, and he pours the rest of the bottles, in her glass to make her drunk, which is a funny joke to do. What else did he do? He's able to do and the funniest thing is Bianca is whispering. She's like, "Hey, are you able to drink?" She's like, "Why am I whispering?" But at the end, it was all a plot. Spenny tricked Kenny into doing so. Spenny told Bianca, "Hey, go out with him and make him talk," which is a really good episode. Finally, who is funnier? Who is funnier to me is fucking boring. So Kenny versus Penny, they have this problem where they've been friends for so long, so they know each other. They know each other's humor. Kenny likes to laugh, Penny doesn't, and Kenny even says, "I don't know what makes him laugh," right? But they'll find things that are funny, and are not supposed to be funny. A lot of me and my friends will talk about jokes that we'll laugh if we talk to each other, but nobody else will get it, right? So they have some jokes. Kenny is super simple to make laugh. It's crazy. Kenny goes in more for a costume, so he has the face of a vagina. He goes for the vagina monologue. He does a couple of really, really super funny things. Like for example, he has a ventriloquist show, and the ventriloquist show is so fucking funny because he basically burns the doll, and he's pretending like the doll is fucking hurting. That was really, really, really funny. Or he's like makes Spenny laugh, and he slaps the doll. Spenny goes in crazy, dude. Spenny really worked hard for this one. So Spenny, what happened is he put on the costume of a schoolgirl to make Spenny laugh. He has a little person act like a baby, and he has a what is the last one? I don't remember, but oh yeah, he brings Kenny to a cancer group where they use laughter as a way to heal. And Kenny told the people that he was so close. Kenny was super smart because the baby, which was super funny, he put the baby against Spenny. He's like, "Yo, you shouldn't be humiliating yourself. How much is he paying you? Is he paying you?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, a little bit. He should pay you more." And he turns the guy against Spenny, which is fucking funny. But more than that, it's just Spenny is super super easy to make laugh. Spenny, what he does, he talks about the Reich. He reads a book on Princess Diana dying. He talks about Penguin Baby getting clobbered for their meat. He's making himself depressed. He doesn't laugh. At the end, they both bring their common friend, which is Bobby. Bobby is super funny for them. To me, he's just an asshole. I don't like Bobby. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with Bobby, but Bobby to me seemed like the kind of friend who I don't know. I just a personal feeling that I have. And that's pretty much the show. Bobby make them both laugh. Oh yeah, Kenny pretend like he's a crackhead, which is super funny. And that is pretty much it. So there is a picture finish. They both were laughing, but Kenny started laughing first. So Kenny loses. And that's it. Not my favorite episode. I'm gonna stop here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more. Love ya. Take it easy. Peace. So do I have my show or not? Ugh. Aria. Thank God you uploaded. Aw. Sunflower. Sunflower is my fucking crush, dude. She's my fucking crush. Can you read the message or no? We'll go with this. Ah, I can read it here. Oh, you see the tree? There's 3 new one. Real. He's not live, this guy. Shaw Yi.